Crew was good. It's the FKOP here, the future king of pirates, coming at you with another video today. We got something special. Somebody was asking me about the Gear 5 spam list in the comments. Was asking me if it was 8.5 or oh 09. The last list was 8.5. But I decided to cook up a oh 09 list for y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? Boys or gals, whoever. We don't discriminate over here. But I decided to cook up a oh 09 list for y'all, and I haven't played too many games with this list, but I did get some pretty good games, and I did get some, some comedy games. So without further ado, let's go over the list real quick, and I'm gonna let you know what we thinking, what we thinking. All right. So we got four Namis, of course, standard searcher. Got a lover, got a player. We got Edward Newgates. We got three of them things. We all know what Edward Newgate does, and if we don't, then up to one of your leaders gains 2,000 until the start of your next turn. So 2,000 power to the start of your next turn, and then on Dawn times 2, when attacking, you can kill one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 or less power. Standard, red purple Luffy card. Gotta have him in here. Next one's a little bit spicy. We got a Miss All Sunday. I haven't been really messing with her, but this is the ramp build, so the more ramp we got, the better. You want to have more ramp cards. The bad thing is you can't search her up with Nami actually, because she's not Straw Hat, she's Bar Works. But that's still straight though. She's just a little too of. We didn't want to have too many bricks in the. We don't like too many bricks in our list. You know how we run it. You know who we run it. We like our shit to be consistent. She does have a trigger which can come up, and she also draws you a card if you I'll just read her effect. She says add one rested Dawn to your cost area, and if you have 6 or more Dawn, you draw a card. So this can come up when you're like 8 Dawn, 9 Dawn, or even just 5 Dawn, and you get a well, not 5 Dawn, when you're like 7 Dawn, 7 Dawn on up. If you trigger her, you can actually draw a card and play her out and get a body out. So she's pretty good. I might find a way to fit 4 of her in the list. I do like her. She has a trigger body, so I mean having a extra 5k attack on board just to swing and get some more cards out their hand before you drop your 10 loof. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We got 4 Zora Joros, of course. When attacking, if you have 3 or less life, add 1 Don from your Don deck, set it as active. He's always our standard ramp, the best ramp for RP Luffy in the game. No, hands down. No comparison. We got 4 of our Monkey D Luffy. The 10 drop Gear 5. The game ender. Surprisingly, we didn't get to drop too many of these today because some of our matches was just comedy, and the way our hands, the way it was set up, we didn't drop them. I think just because you're playing the Gear 5 spam, I don't think you should drop it every time, depending on your hand. Now, if it is the only big in your hand, then it could be debated. I would probably drop it then. But if I got like a Newgate in hand, I might not drop it. I might drop the Newgate instead. It just depends. But I mean, just having the option to drop it on turn 4. It's something always good. And then we got 4 Sanjis, 2k counter. After we gear 5, he's a 3 cost 6k blocker. So you can't beat that. We got 4 of the second best ramp in the game. I don't care what nobody tells you. If somebody tells you Mr. 2 is the second best, third best, whatever. If somebody tells you Mr. 2 is better than Brule, they capping. What does Mr. 2 do under Black Hole? He does absolutely dog shit nothing. He gets, he's a straight vanilla. He doesn't ramp you. He's a 1k. Oh yeah. Oh, you can wait till they get their Blackbeard on board and attack if they don't, pop it before then. Yes, like I said, Brule hands down best ramp in the game. She's a blocker. She ramps you 1. She works under Black Hole. She works under the Blackbeard matchup. It don't matter if they pop her. They have to liberation her to not get her effect, which means in turns liberation negates the effect and then destroys. They have to liberation her to not get their effect, and if they can do all that, I'm fine with it anyway. Either way, she's making them use resources to get rid of it. So we got 2 of the Sanjis. We just wanted a little extra rush in our build, Ain't nothing wrong with that. And he's 1K counter, so ain't never wrong having a 7 cost with 1K counter. So we got 2 of the Sanjis. We got 3 of the Frankies. This is like a late game blocker. You drop him down. Actually, if you have like 10 Don, you can drop him down, and then it'll make your Sanjis 3 costs. You could play 2 Sanjis and then ramp 1 for Rad Beam with your lead effect. So you can establish 3 blockers and a Don for Rad Beam. Oh yeah, spoiler warning, we're playing Rad Beam. I mean, I'm sure you've already looked down the list and seen it. But yeah, we're playing Rad Beam. So that's a unique little thing. I've actually done it before. I don't know if I have it on this matchup, in these matches, but in the future you'll see it eventually. We got 2 of the 9-drop Monkey D. Luffy's Rusher, draws a card. Don minus draw a card. It's always good. Basically, we're playing him for 8 because we're gonna have 2 open Don up after we play him using our lead effect. So that's always good. We got 2 Queens, 5-drop, 6K. Basically, draw 2, trash 1. That's all we're using it for. We get that cycle, cycle through in case we don't see our Nami. Maybe we can get into our loops that way. We got 4 Usohachi, 2K counter, turn a blocker sideways, whatever you need. He does it all. He's the man in this deck right here, and he's going to always be in this deck right here unless they print another broken version of him. So, that is what it is. We got 4 Onami, another cycle card. She's great in the deck. I mean, nothing else to say. Searchable with your card, and she cycles. So you can search her, cycle through, and you just go through so many cards that way. Great cycler and a great blocker on top of that. We got 2 Rad Beams. I was playing without Rad Beams, and I found that early game, running only the Gum Gum Giants, I was having issues because I didn't want to use it early game. I didn't want to use multiple in one turn. So what's the fix for that? Is having some Rad Beams in the deck with it. You could possibly, if you got 2 Don up, let's just say 2 Don up, and you use your Gum Gum Giant, you could possibly draw into a Rad Beam, which just gives you like a free 4K counter if you got 2 or less life. There's no point in not having Rad Beam in the list. So I got 2 Rad Beams in, and then the next card, the Spice. One of my subscribers, I'm just assuming he's a subscriber, he commented down. He's told me I should try this card. This card is Thunder Bagua. It's a 2-cost event counter. Your leader or up to one of your characters gains 4,000 power during this battle. Then if you have 2 or less life cards, add 1 Don from your Don deck and rest it. This card is cracked. I haven't played this card before, but when you're spamming out Gear 5, leaving 2 Don up, they think you're on a naked board. They never expect this card, and it ramps you if you're 2 or less life. So, which will majority of the time you're gonna be when you use this card. Also, we're going second, so early game this could help too if you don't want to take an early game hit, or maybe your hands bricked up after you mulligan. It works in that way as well. This is a great card, and I'm gonna have to do further testing with this card, but so far I like it. It's doing me well. And then last but not least, we got one of the greatest cards ever printed, is the Gum Gum Giant. We only got 3 of them in here. Like I said, I didn't want to run too many of these, and then no Brad Beams, so I wanted to try to run a 3-2 ratio to have like 5 copies in the deck. That way, I have a potential into drawing into Rad Beams off this effect. And if you don't know what this effect does, you Don -2. You may trash 1 card from your hand if your leader is Straw Hat, which our leader is. Give up to one of your leaders a character's 4,000 power during this battle, then draw 2 cards. Absolutely crack card. Must have. That's it for the deck list. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know down in the comments below. But definitely try to list out, and let's get into these matches. Alright crew, we got us a Blackbeard here. One of the top decks in the meta right now. I don't think this guy was the greatest Blackbeard player I played, but to be fair, you don't have to be great with Blackbeard if you spam out 10 drops. And I do have 3 bricks in hand, so you're gonna see me play with a, not so great hand. I do have some ramp in hand, so that is a good thing. Right now I'm waiting on him because I passed it to him. He's taking his time, He found the Blackbeard 10 drop, so that's cool. Thinking right here if I want to take this early game hit, I don't. So the idea when I got Brulee in hand is to swing 6 with my lead and then drop out my Brulee unless I get another card off the top of the deck. I was waiting on this guy. He literally swung and sitting there, I guess, taking 20 years to figure out what the hell he wants to do. That's cool. I'm patient, I'm patient sometimes, let me say that. Sometimes it gets a little annoying, but, it is what it is. Not everybody knows what, everything does, and people are trying out new things, so I get it. So we're going to swing. He takes with his blocker, and then I play out my blocker. Now we're free from an attack. And he swings at me for 8. We're definitely going to counter out of that. I will block out of that. Whatever you want to say, round 1. And we're good to go. We don't have really another play in our hand besides maybe Sanji. We will be on 7 down next turn. So we're probably going to do Sanji. But first, I think we should take out the Luffy. I hate swinging into this shit, but I have to sometimes. Y'all don't understand. I love swinging face. Having to swing into that 1K Luffy is so annoying for me. That's kind of the downside of not having a searcher. I might just mulligan for searchers just so I can get rid of that shit. Just so I can get rid of their little 1 cost. It's so annoying. He swings at me for 5. I guess he's about to figure out now that I got a 6K lead. Plays out Jack. He really can't do nothing with it. Just a big body on board right now. And we're gonna be on 10 Don next turn with leader effect. Oh, my bad, 9 Don because we did use Sanji. He returns 1 to get his rush. So we're gonna play out the big Luffy. Don 1 back, draw a card. We got 3 gear 5s in hand, which is insane. We attack into his Jack, he saves it. That's crazy. So we're going into his Blackbeard. And we're going into his Blackbeard with Sanji. And he has to take both of those. He's down to 2 life. Now I'm thinking like, he hasn't black holed me yet. So he does got a shit ton of cards in hand. And he probably could black hold me the rest of the game now. Which is cool. We already got what we needed to do. We needed to get him down to 2 life. We're not running our Douglas Bullet in this build, unfortunately. Probably would need to put him in here. Probably would take the place of the Sanjis. Douglas Bullet would be great. Just for this matchup specifically. We have him down to 2 life right now, and if we could drop a Douglas Bullet, he would be cooked. He puts up 6. He pops my Sanji with a Boon Jack. Swings at my lead for 6. Should 1K counter out. And he black holed me and played a blocker. So I know I'm under black hole, but it's straight. I'm still thinking about just putting a big body out. And I'm like, let me attack first into his Laboon. See if he wants to give me that. I'm trying to make him think maybe I got a rush like Shanks or something in hand. So maybe he won't use his blocker for that. I'm going into his Jack with the 9 Luffy. He gives me his Jack. I think he shouldn't have gave me his Jack, but I'm assuming he thought I had maybe a Shanks or something. He was gonna get it either way. So we do have the element of surprise on our side. We dropped the new gate down. Now we got 2 big boy bodies just in case he drops the teach on us. We know he searched a couple of them already. And here goes the first one. I'm sure the first of many. You know, once they start dropping them, they end up... I played one dude, and I swear he top deck a teach every turn. We draw into our Thunder Bagua, and we're like, oh man, we are looking nice. We got plenty of counter in hand. Do got 3 bricks in hand, but it's not bricks when you got so much counter. I guess it doesn't matter. We're not gonna play them out though, because we want to have, you know, open done. We are black hold. So we should leave 3 Don open and swing with the rest. Maybe put a blocker out or 2. Yeah, just 1 blocker. We're gonna try to get into life again. He's got a blocker, so he can get out of it. Now we're gonna try to go into his teach. Oh, never mind. We couldn't attack because he had our Newgate lockdown. Forgot about that. That teach being able to lock down the character attack. I don't think he should be able to lock down a character attack. Personally, I think maybe he should have just like negated their effect. Like locking down an attack is kind of like toxic. So he's got 2 teachers on board, and I'm like, how can I get out of this situation? And I'm like, let me keep putting blockers down and leaving 3 Don open and swinging. Like, let me swing for this first, try to get him to turn 1 sideways, and if he turns 1 sideways, I'm gonna try to take 1 out. He turns 1 sideways for me, so I'm like, let me Don up enough to take 1 out. Go 2K over. 2K over. Almost put it on the wrong person. That would have been bad. Gives me his teach. Alright, alright. I do think, I can't remember, I think he gets another one. If not, he misplays right here. Yeah, he defeat search, so he didn't get another one. This is my age. Uses this is my age. Draws it stronger. It's a 2K counter. Excuse me. He's out 2 Jesus, but only 1 blocker. So right here I have all my attacks live. I'm thinking he's black hold me, so I can't use my 10 drop. I'm like, let's play another blocker, and then should swing our leader first, try to get him to turn this thing sideways, but we don't. So we're just gonna go 12 into his lead. Come on, swing leader first. What are you doing? Oh, he gives me it to me right there. Then I'm like, let me throw 2 on and take it out. Got another 1K, buddy? Doesn't. So now we're gonna attack life again, get him down to 1. We have 3 blockers established. There's no way he's killing us. And we have a rad beam in hand. So he just, getting his Jesuses, stacked. They're at 11K. It doesn't matter though, because I got 3 blockers. I guess he doesn't know that, and he realizes that there's no way. He's got another Blackbeard in hand, by the way. I don't know if that was gonna help him. He probably shouldn't have black holed me that last turn, and it might have saved him. Either way, look, we had another blocker on top, so he wasn't be able to get our big bodies off with his attacks that he did have, and he was pretty much dead next turn. If he wasn't a black hole, he was definitely cooked, because we would have just went to our gear 5. That's it for the first game. Let's get on to the next one, crew. Alright, we got us a purple black Luffy here. This match right here is insane, crew. It's insane. This match is insane. Yeah. So we got a decent hand. We got the Thunder Bagua, and this might be our first time we can get to use it. And I'm reading the card. Excuse that, my phone's ringing. My wife's phone's ringing. I had to take a life there just so I can, have it active. Got us a Zorajoro ramp, and then we'll have a Thunder Bagua for the next turn. So he's doing, purple Luffy things, playing out his Frankie blocker, swinging at me for another 7. Should give him 1K, 1K out. 1K, 1K out. I think I was calculating something. I don't know. I was thinking he had another swing, but he ended up putting both of his Don on Luffy instead of swinging 6-6. Which I guess he wanted to save his body. I'm thinking here he's trying to go wide on me. I'm like, it's not too good. We're calculating our Don up. We're gonna swing 6 at him. We got 5 Don left. We should put 1 on Luffy. Then play out both our Nami searchers and leave 2 up for Thunder Bagua. Get us another gear 5, even though we don't need it. And we get us a Frankie, I believe. We got 2 gear 5s in hand. Maybe they come in handy, maybe they don't. I can't remember. This match was intense, though. I know that much. I'm thinking here, I'm like, if he attacks my Zorajoro, I can protect it with Thunder Bagua. Forgetting that he searched at Sanji earlier with his law, so I'm pretty sure we're about to see that, yep. I'm like, okay, well, I can get over his attack then. He didn't attack. At this point, I'm like, okay. This guy is trolling at this point. There's no way. So I'm like, alright. He's not gonna attack me. We'll don 1 back. Leave 1 open for our Gum Gum Giant. And we will swing 8 in his mouthpiece. And now we got an 8K lead because of Edward Newgate's effect. And he gives us a blocker, and that's cool. Our hand's still not terrible. We got a Gum Gum Giant, which can draw us 2 more cards. We're 8K lead right now, so he has to invest a lot to swing into us. So there's that. Don't ask me why I'm caressing Nami's arm with the mouse, okay? It's just a habit. I'm waiting on this guy to figure out his life. He swings 11 at me with fucking Sanji, and I'm like, this guy's insane. The Gum Gum Giant here to try to get some more counter in hand. Getting rid of one of our gear 5s, so we don't need both. Yep, we get 1 counter. We get 1K out of that. And then miss all Sunday. I'm like, cool. But he can't attack into us now, so we're Gucci because he played out another Frankie. This guy's playing defensive as hell and aggressive at the same time. I don't know how that works, but yeah, he's doing that. So he's got 1 up for a Gum Gum Giant, I'm assuming. But we don't care about that. We're going to swing 10 to his mouthpiece. What he gives us here. Gives us a blocker. I'm like, alright, bet. We should swing 6 here. He's got a lot of cards in hand. I don't think we should go for the Luffy yet. Oh, we're using our Frankie play here, and we should have enough for a Sanji as well. But we're gonna go for the Nami because we got Thunder Bagua still and a Rad Beam. Yeah, we just got insane counter in hand just now. We could have actually did our Frankie there. I mean our Sanji there too though, instead of the Nami. But the Nami did cycle us into some crazy cards, which I think actually saves our life. So You could never go wrong cycling your deck and getting a blocker out. But there was an opportunity to use the Frankie to get a Sanji out though, by the way. That's why Frankie's cracked late game for RP Luffy. He's not as good early game like he is for, you know, purple black Luffy, but hey, he come in clutch on the late game. No lie, no cap. We got some insane counter in hand. We got 3 events, bro. We can only use 2 of them, but hey, we got 3 of them if we need it. We swinging here. He's swinging for the bare minimum. I'm like, nah, we ain't gonna give it to you like that, my guy. He plays out the 9-drop Luffy. So we can ask for another 6. And I'm plotting here what I want to do, and we're gonna give him a blocker there. And he passes. He does a swing with his 10-drop Luffy, and I'm just so confused here. I guess he didn't want it to die. He's seen 3 down up, and he's playing it, I guess, smart. I don't know. Got 1 blocker though, so we're gonna swing edge of mouthpiece. Gives us the Gum Giant. And I'm definitely cool with that. He had another 2K off the draw. I'm plotting here. I'm seeing how many events I got and how many I can use. I got insane events. I'm like, if I say 5, I can use all my events. So we're gonna load up 11. His swing to face. He takes it. We got Don up for every single event. And I know for a fact this guy doesn't think we got all these events. But we do. This game's insane, I'm telling you. This build's supposed to be a fun build, but it's actually decent. It's not bad at all. Like, just add up all the counter and imagine how much counter we got in hand. Crazy. What, 16, 18, 20. We got 20K counter in hand. And we can use every bit of it if we wanted to. 20K count is insane. Rad beaming out of a 6K attack is crazy work. The Gum Giant here, get rid of the Thunder Bagua. Try to draw into some more counter. Even though we got 20K. I'm not ready to go down to 1 life just yet. He passes. Thinking here, I'm like, we can go ahead and do the 10 drop. Hold on, let's swing to Frankie first. Get us a counter. I think we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna put another Newgate out, get our lead to 8K, swing 8 to your mouthpiece. Man, this game is wild, bro. I went from 20K counter to 6K counter. And we don't have a blocker up. And this man's got a full board. No way I should survive this. It swings at me for 8. Should counter out of the first one. But I don't. I take. I take it because I want him to commit more. You gotta get in your opponent's head when you're doing this. I take that hit as well. I'm at 8K lead, don't forget that. I get no counter out of that, but look, Miss All Sunday draws me a card, and what she draws me? Another 1K counter, and plays herself out on the field. So now he's got to worry about that extra attack. He attacks me for 8, and I'm like, no, you're not getting that, buddy. He swings 10. Give him 1K. I mean, not 1K, but Rad Beam. And then the only thing he can swing is 8, and we have a 2K in hand. And right here, he knows it's GG's. He knew I searched the 10 drop Luffy earlier in the game, and it was gonna be swing 5, swing 5, swing 10, and then 10 drop Luffy, and there was no way he was getting out of that with one blocker. And that game was insane. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, crew, this game right here, this is not a serious game. This was just funny as hell, so I had to put it in here. This kid, I'm guessing he's new to the game, which is cool. It's understandable. He's new to the game, But this shit be cracking up, I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna use our Nami searcher. Got Thunderbog in hand. We know we need to take a life first before we can use it. Taking this time right now, I guess. And then somehow his shit just like literally skips to like him playing something out and swinging. I don't know. He was like super lagged out or what the hell was going on, but it was teleporting on my screen. The rest of it I think plays out smooth, but that one little interaction was weird as hell. We're gonna load up and swing with our Nami for 5. Takes it. Like, bet, you wanna take 7 now? We get him for 7. He tries to Rad Beam out. I guess he didn't read Rad Beam. So now I know this guy's new. I'm like, yeah, this guy's new, or he just misclicked. Could be one or the other. I'm starting to have my suspicions though. He's ramping a Don. He's down to 2 life. He plays out of Zoro. Attacks for 4. He attacks me for 5. He attacks me for 5 again. Okay, he has effect that time. That one made more sense. But this guy was definitely cracking me up. We're gonna try to get rid of his pudding. I don't want him to be able to keep ramping off his lead effect. We're gonna put down Brule. And we're gonna leave 2 up for Thunderbagua. So this should be a ramp 2 and get us to 10 on our next turn. But this guy keeps playing out bodies and he's not. I don't know what's going on. We're just spamming bodies on the board. Plays out a pudding and then a Monkey D Luffy, and he literally has only 1 down left to attach to his lead, and he swings for 8, and we should be able to block out here. And I'm thinking, I'm like, do I want to Thunderbog with this or block out? And I Thunderbog with, because I could just block his Luffy because he has no Don to attach, and he doesn't attack. I don't know if he meant to not attack because of Relay and then want me to ramp none, but my lead effect's gonna ramp me to 10 anyway. We're gonna play our new gate for 9, ramp to 10 anyway, and then now we're at 8K lead. We're swinging 8 at him. He has to take it. We got 1 up for Rad Beam. We got 4K counter, and then he plays out of Bond Clay. Now he's down to 6 Don. He puts 2 on Zoro, 2 on lead, and 1 on Luffy, and then 1 on Kid. I'm an 8K leader. He literally cannot attack me with any character besides his leader. He swings at me with leader and I just Brule out. And here, I know he's cooked. Swing 10. Use gear 5. I felt bad, but I didn't. Queen 7. He couldn't even count out of the 7, bro. This man is just bricked up. Look at all the bricks he's got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bricks in hand. This guy needs to fix his ratios. And he needs to, he needs a little more practice. But it is what it is. We ain't gonna pick on nobody. We actually rematched and he missed. He passed it to me by accident. I was gonna pass it back, but I guess he just figured like fucking he dipped out. But hey, if you like content like this, crew, make sure you like and subscribe. I know we didn't get to really show off the the super ramp, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you get to use it, sometimes you don't. It's best to use it, as needed. You don't have to use it, but you can use it. So I mean, either way, it's still a great fun build. This is your 09 build right here, and like I said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit your boy up, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.